Hi guys, in this video I'm going to explain about the Pascal triangle code using memoization. So before writing the Pascal triangle code, we should know what is memoization is. In my previous video, I already made one video on memoization and the code for Fibonacci series using memoization. So I will give the overview of what is memoization is. So memoization is the mechanism to optimize the execution time of the function by caching its result. So what is caching? Actually, in caching, when if you have working on a Spring Boot something, caching is nothing but accessing the frequently used data from where we used to store that data in a memory, and we won't call the database. First time if it is not cached, then we will call from database, but after that caching it will store in the cache memory, and whenever after first time when we will try to reach that data, it will cache memory will come. It means the value will be returned by cache memory. And there is many caching mechanism, Java caching mechanism, eCache, caffeine, and Guava is also there. So there are some caching mechanism. So memoization is a strategy in dynamic programming where the solution for being problem. Suppose if you have sum of two numbers, it is very easy to write that sum of two number a equal to something, b equal to something, and we can store that value in C. What if we have some range value between 1 to 100? So in that way we can use the recursion as well as the memoization concept. So we'll let me execute the code first, then you will get to know what memoization is, how it's actually work. So there will be three step actually. We have to create one method for cache. We'll store the some frequently used data. It means in Pascal triangle, in my previous video, as we know that the first element of each array, each list is 1, and the last as well. So don't you think that instead of generating this value again and again, we should have some cache memory, we can place that value, and for first index and last index we can use that value from their cache memory. So that thing what I'm going to do, I will create one new class here. Yeah, so first I will write code for cache. So I will write before, and any of you have return type as a list of list, which will be integer. I will give some name as p, okay, for now. And I am creating one method for memoization caching, public static. Here we want return type as an int. See, for our Pascal triangle, the final result is going to be list of integer, but here we want some caching. It means we want first index and last index, which is nothing but an integer, not even a list. So I will write int. I will give the method name get cache int row and in call I will take two integer values, which is first and last, and I have to validate if column equal to 0. It means it is the first column, first to first column, call equal to 0, or if call equal to row. You are getting it? If the column for first row it's column and there is only one element, and the rest of the column there will be one column, first column equal to 0, and the row which number is row. It means suppose if it is 2 row and column is second column, then it should be column equal to row. Index 1 should be 1 and the column equal to row means suppose there is 5 row. So if the column is equal to fifth column, then it will be going to last column, and it will store that fifth value as a index, last index as a 1. So I will return here 1. If not, then we will do some calculation to storing our values. Which values? Which is lying between the first column, first index and the last index. It means intermediate values. So return. I will use here recursion again here. Get cache. If you don't know about recursion or what is recursion, you can watch my previous video on recursion using factorial program using recursion, and there is concept of recursion as well. So get cache. First I will take row -1 and the col -1. Then I will add the value of existing cache, row -1 and the column. So this will give result of intermediate values which we want. So this is okay for get cache. Now I have to create one method for Pascal triangle, generating the Pascal triangle. So I will write public static, there we have list integer generate Pascal. Here we want just simple how many rows you want, and I will take the p equal to new array list. This is going to our final result, array list. So you can observe that p we are getting some errors. Change p to a static, as we know that p can't access non-static variable inside a static block. It is the fundamental concept of Java. So we can do one thing, public static. Now you can see that error is gone. Yeah. Now we should have two loops, for loops, inner and outer loops, in order to generate in our earlier 2D arrays. We would have seen that in order to print 2D array we need to have two loops, for loops for one outer array and for internal array. So similarly I am going to write one for loop int I equal to 0 and I less than because I am starting from 0, so it should be less than number of rows. So rows, if I would have a start from 1, it must be equal to the number of row. Okay, and I plus plus, I will simply increment the I value, and side, see how it will work is, if it is the first array, we are not going to insert the list of array inside array. We have to insert only elements in one array, so we will take here as list, only one list. Don't get confused here, integer, and after that we'll see the which row it is and we'll insert some value. Yeah, for j equal to, we'll see again its column. If it is 0th column, first column, then it will by default it is going to be 1, and if not, then we will check which row, which column it is, and based on that we will insert that value in that column. Row dot add get cache I comma j. So this line will add values in only one array, not in the whole array list. And next procedure is p dot add row here. So this is going to be our final result. I'm sorry, I have to return it here, and here I will return final result, return p, which is going to be a list of array. So in main method we have to call this methods int r equal to 6. That is 6 is nothing but how many triangles we want to print, how many rows we want to print. So it's going to be 6 for now. We can change it and the list of integer Pascal triangle equal to generate Pascal and R. Now we have done with our program. Here it's showing some error. We have to resolve this. Yeah, we will print this is out. We can print like this. Yeah, I will save the program and run the program. So you can see here the input I have given is 6 row. It created 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this code is working. What if we want to print like a real Pascal triangle? So yeah, we can done it easily. There we have to take care one thing. Let's take this out. I will remove print. We'll have to iterate over some 2 loops. I will show you now how to do that. First we have list of integer that is considered as only one array, and if you want to iterate over an array, you know about this for loop. So this will iterate over first row, only first row. It means one array, and inside that we have to iterate each and every array. So we will take for int num, and it should be according to that row. Now we will print sysort num plus and empty space. Here we should not take print ln, we should take print only, otherwise you will get some. And this line should be print ln. Now save it and try to run it. What you are getting? Yeah, so you can see that we are getting no need of this line. Delete it. Yeah, output. You can see the 6 row is coming here, and for Pascal triangle we can see 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 3 3 1. So we are able to printing in a correct way. Hope you have understand this code. If any doubt, please comment.